Hey guys, I'm here today with the Red Panda Raster V2, and it's a really lovely pitch shifting digital delay. Anyway, I picked this up because I really wanted it after seeing the unveiling of it, and it has not disappointed yet. So in the opening you heard its pitch shifting capability as well as a ping pong delay. Please listen to this in stereo. I bought this with my own money, so these opinions are my own, and it's not a paid review. So I'm using the Wavestate here and the Tensor. The Tensor has a loop going on it. I already had the loop preset. I'm just running a harp harmonics patch. But to make it simpler, I'm using the Tensor as a simple looper. I'll do a review about this later. It's a lovely little glitch looper. But yeah, in its normal mode, it makes a cool looper. All right, to get started, let's listen to the core portion of this, which is just a digital delay. But it can be a ping pong delay, standard series, cascading delay, things like that, parallel delay. It just does a lot. But it's a really nice sounding digital delay. It can do modulation too, obviously. But yeah, it also has a filter. To access the filter, we use the alternate functions, and trust me, there's a lot of them. If you get this, you may want to use the web editor for it, which is really nice. So, to access the filter, hold the wave button until this changes to an aqua blue. And now the feedback becomes the filter. That doles out the audio. It sounds really lovely. Almost like a non-noisy analog delay. And in the opposite way, everything gets brighter. I think I accidentally hit the shift control there. Let's change that back just to be sure. We'll talk about that next. I'm going to change the filter back to neutral, which is about noon. Okay, so let's get to the pitch shifting. So I have 1 octave up going right now. You can go all the way to 1 octave down. It's set to transpose mode, so we get semitones. Let's go to a perfect fifth, which is right around here. Now, one of the cool functions you can do is you can have the right or left have a different interval. So I'm going to turn the right interval over to a full octave. That sounds really cool. Yeah, so just as a pitch shifting delay, I think it sounds really awesome. So that's in just standard forward pitch shifting. We can now do a cascading pitch shifter, which will take the pitch shifter, put it inside of the feedback loop, and it'll keep shifting. You'll hear. I'm going to turn down the feedback a little because it gets a little overwhelming. It's going up now. And now we can do a reverse cascading as well. You can do a reverse forward delay where the pitch shifter is outside the feedback loop, but you can only do that via the web editor. And I think that sounds really freaking cool. It's just weird, and it's just perfect for ambient stuff, especially when you stick a reverb behind it. Yeah, so that's the pitch shifting portion. The pitch shifting portion can do a lot more. We can just do a detuning, which we're going to do now. We'll reset this. We'll go back to forward. Now we should have no pitch shifting, and we're going to go into detuning next. If you don't go too aggressive on that, it sounds really lovely, like a chorus delay. We'll go right there. Now that sounds especially nice with the cascading. because because it keeps getting detuned as it goes. You might want to bring it down a little if you're doing that. You can go into reverse as well. I'm going to mention I'm not going to go over all the functions. I'm just going to go over things I think sound really cool. So yeah, now the next section is phase shifting. So let's go over there to the phase shifting portion. We'll get some remodulation almost at the highest settings. But at lower settings, it just adds a nice slight phase shifting to it. It's really, really nice. And obviously you can modulate that if you want to. So let's listen to the modulation section. I'm gonna turn off shifting really quick. And by default, I believe the modulation is just set to pitch. Yeah, it is. And you got a lot of waveforms to choose from. You have like your standard triangle, your standard ramp waves. You got a sine wave at the beginning there. Those are ramps. Square wave. Now you got some therme action going, which I love the therme, but this is much more practical. Then you got random. We'll turn that up. You got random, and then you have smoothed random. And then you have two envelope modes, which I really won't go over, but yeah. Go back to that. So yeah, to assign it to different things, we can just do that with the wave switch again, and then use here. I think that sets it to detune. It does sound like detune to me, and that sounds really cool when you get it going nice and slow. Yeah, so it's just a super impressively very it has a lot of utility as a delay, and it sounds great. So another one of the cool features is you can set the interval for the left and right delay interval, like the tap setting or the ratio. Sorry, I was trying to think of the word. And you can you do that really easily. So let me go back. You hold down wave, and then you just use the delay. So that sets your ping pong ratio. So yeah, the Raster is just awesome in what it can do. It's super versatile. Thanks for watching my demo. Again, it's just a quick demo about what I like about it, not a full review. I do want to go over a few things I really do like as well. So I'm going to commend Red Panda, especially with the version 2 pedals. These foot switches, just like Strymon ones, are not soldered in and they're easily replaceable. And I believe Red Panda even sells already pre-done up replacements. So this thing is designed to last, and you can repair the foot switches easily. The only thing I've ever had go wrong on a Strymon pedal are the foot switches, but I've easily repaired them, and it's just such a nice thing, especially somebody who's into right to repair. That's fantastic. So yeah, cool on that. The other thing is it is stereo in and out, but you do need an adapter. It's just your standard 1/4 inch to like a split tip and sleeve adapter. I use the Hoso ones. They're pretty cheap. They're like $10. Just something you have to keep in mind if you want to run this in stereo. The other thing you want to keep in mind, this thing guzzles a lot of power. It gets warm. So yeah, you have to have a 250 milliamp adapter or better to run this. It had a warning sticker on it that you have to take off to plug in a pedal power adapter. It's your standard center negative pedal adapter, but it's not going to work on a 100 milliamp tap on like a multi-adapter. It just won't work. It'll give you an error code stating that it doesn't have enough power if you try and do that, apparently. I have a bunch of adapters that are 500 milliamps or better, but just be aware of that. Anyway, sounds great. Love this pedal. You're going to see it in future songs. Thanks for watching.